it's a beautiful day. Put a smile on your face. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be taking you through how I prepare brown stewed chicken a very special way. Here you see me cutting my chicken up, and in this video I will not leave any information in the description box. I will just go through the video with you. Here I am cutting my chicken up and I remove all the skin except from the wing, which we're not able to. But I remove all the skin from the chicken because I'll be using all the chicken. And in this video I'll be cutting up I'll be using two whole chicken. I like to buy my chicken and prepare it for myself. Cut it, clean it, wash it, and I wash them before I started putting them on my cutting board to cut them up. I make sure I wash them with water first. Then once I am done cutting them up, before I season, I then wash with lemon juice and vinegar, and I do it twice. Under my pipe, I wash it to get most of the slime off or any excess waste that is on the chicken. Any excess fat, I get it off the chicken. I also trim most of all of the fat off, along with removing the skin from the chicken, which is not good for us. In this, I'll be using paprika, garlic, powdered garlic, and garlic cloves. I used Mrs. Dash herb and spices. I used a little slap your mama seasoning. I used paprika. I used a little chicken sazon, and I used Himalayan salt. A little pinch. Here you can see I'm adding my lemon juice, my vinegar. My cutting board is on the right with all the seasonings that I'll be using, which is onion, bell pepper, green, red, yellow, escallion, thyme, garlic, pimento seeds. Here I'm washing my chicken thoroughly under running water to get any excess fat or waste off of it. I threw the water off, and now I'm ready to rub in my powdered seasonings, which I have on a dish. And all the seasonings that I mentioned, I used 1 tablespoon of the 6 different seasonings that I used. I pour this in and I rub all the powdered seasonings in on the meat that I'm seasoning. Once I rub the seasoning in, because I want everything to have the same amount of seasoning on, then I added a little meat seasoning, which is a grace product which I love. Then here the special part to it is I'll be doing brown stew chicken with jerk sauce. So I added some Grace jerk marinade, and here you can see I'm adding some Grace jerk seasoning, and it is the hot and spicy one. Here I'm adding just a little bit of Himalayan salt, a dash, not a lot. Most 90% of my meals that I prepare, I don't use salt because the seasonings are salty. Here I'm about adding all my seasonings that I cut And I seasoned this, I would say it was left for a long while. I would say over 12 hours to marinate. I rub everything in, make sure everything is seasoned properly. And then I just use my saran wrap to wrap this so it locks the seasoning in, because I'll be leaving this for a while, a long while, extended period, not overnight, but for a couple hours to marinate. So once this is ready for cooking, it will be so juicy. You can eat it down to the bone. See there, it looks so colorful, and it's not yet cooked. Here I'm adding my saran wrap to the chicken that I seasoned, and I will not add the browning to this until when I am cooking this. And again, this recipe is brown stewed chicken with jerk sauce. This is the bomb. You need to try this. Real tasty, real delicious. Here I'm adding, I used one tablespoon vegetable oil, and here I'm adding my chicken. Into the pot. It is up to you if you want to use more oil than what I use. And the little black measuring cup you saw me with was a half a tablespoon. So I did I poured it in twice, which was 1 tablespoon, because it measures half tablespoon. So you saw me pour it twice, that would be 1 tablespoon, and that is the browning that I will be adding. Once I added my browning, I stirred the pot to have this evenly distributed on all of the meat. Once I cover this, it will start cooking, and then it will start getting the color that I want it to. If at this point it doesn't start having any color, I'll add the browning as I go along. I make sure not to add too much to get the meat looking too dark. So I added, I stirred, and I covered. I went back, there it was. It's starting to change color, or to look like what I want it to look like. At this point, I can tell you, these chicken in America have so much water in them. This meal took 45 minutes to prepare, and I did not add any water to this. So the steam was what cooked this. I added half a Scotch bonnet pepper, and here it's almost done cooked. So I'm adding in some potatoes and my carrots, which I love. So optional for you, you can use water, whatever you want. I did not need to use anything. This is the finished product. Might I tell you, it was tasty. It was so delicious. It was tasty. It was juicy. You can serve this with white rice. I had this with hard food. Thank you again for watching.